With only 15 days left in 2025, it's early time to compile and go through my 26 for 2026. Starting off with fantasy, I have Babel and Blood Over Bright Haven. These are two dark academia fantasy standalones that have been highly talked about, and I feel like these books will be a good way to continue dipping my toes into fantasy without having to overcommit. Then moving on to more magical realism, I put The Midnight Library and Watermoon on here. I really should read The Midnight Library at this point because it's also been on my physical TBR for over 2 years now. And Watermoon is honestly just one I saw so many people reading last year, and it sounds super cozy. One book that I'm really excited for knowing that the movie is coming out is Project Hail Mary. I swear this is everyone's favorite space sci-fi book ever, so I hope it lives up to the hype. Plus, the audiobook is supposed to be amazing. For our only classic, I have Jane Eyre. Not much explanation here except that it was on my fall 2024 TBR, and I never got to it. So, second time's the charm? And to continue diving into more Korean literature and authors, I have Pachinko and Behind Five Willows. I actually have some relevant similarities to Pachinko from what my family has told me of our origin and history, so they're probably going to kill me if they're watching this and know that I still haven't read this. Also, thank you very much to Macmillan Publishers for the arc for Behind Five Willows. I really can't wait to dive into this Joseon PMP retelling. Next, for a literary pick, after rating the storied life of AJ Fikry 5 stars this year, I had to bump Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow up on my TBR, and hopefully not be reading it tomorrow. I really enjoyed her writing style, so I'm hoping it holds up in this book. And for my only memoir, I have Educated by Tara Westover. Likewise to Jane Eyre, I didn't get to this from my March 2025 TBR, and I want to read more memoirs this year, so hopefully this will give me a good start. For some mystery books, I have With a Vengeance and A Sea of Unspoken Things. I somehow didn't get to this new release, even though Riley Sager is pretty much my favorite mystery thriller author as of right now. Hopefully I'll breeze through this one and still have time for his next new release. I've also heard that Adrian Young has very beautiful writing, which always intrigues me, and I honestly just picked this one because the cover drew me in. And of course, I have a long list of romance books that I want to get to, starting with First Time Caller and Now Back to You. First off, these covers are absolutely stunning and really fit the vibe, seeing as both of these are 90s rom-com retellings. I really love Sleepless in Seattle and When Harry Met Sally, so I'm interested to see how these retellings hold up against the movies while still being original. For romance new releases, I have In Your Dreams, The Night We Met, and Dolly All the Time. These are all top favorite romance authors of mine who I always try to keep up with their new releases, so it's highly likely that these will all be read within 2026. Now, some people are probably going to say that rereads shouldn't count, but I'm a very dedicated rereader where I actually do go back to catch detail and language that I didn't necessarily catch the first time, which is why I'm putting Emily Henry's entire backlist on here. There are so many different things I've loved about each of her books, so I can't wait to dive back into each of these worlds and be with the characters again. Looking ahead to later in the year with some fall romances, I have If It Makes You Happy and It's Different This Time. Needless to say, these were so popular this past fall, and I simply didn't get to them. But I want to, plus the covers are again stunning and so perfectly autumnal. And last but not least, I have Mere Christianity and the Screwtape Letters for some Christian picks. One of my pastors told me in 2024 that the Screwtape Letters is essential Christian reading, and Mere Christianity has also just been lingering too long on my TBR. Let me know what's on your 2026 TBR, and watch or listen to the full episode to find out what else I want to read in 2026.